Hi, I'm Dustin.
No, you're not. I am.
Yes, that's what you say.
Okay. This is so confusing. Hi, I'm Dustin.
And I'm Teresa.
So a few weeks ago, we were out in Tacoma and we were on our way home when we spotted this location, which we had seen 100 times before, but this time we saw it at night and it just looked amazing.
We envisioned the perfect shot, but what we captured didn't really live up to our expectations.
Nope. So we went home, we did some research, we looked into the exact method of how to get the photo we wanted, because anytime you have a specific vision in mind, it's important to do that research and to know what to do going into it. So this is actually what we ended up with.
Beautiful, right?
Yes, and we want to show you how we did it. All right, so we've got our spot, but we are here probably a little too early. It's a little too bright out right now. So I'm kind of thinking that we might need some coffee first. What do you say?
I never say no to coffee.
No, she really doesn't. So we're gonna head in here to Anthem, best coffee spot. All right, so I think it's starting to get dark enough here. We're gonna go see if we can set up and try and...
After I find a restroom.
Oh yeah, the important things in life.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go set up.
Shooting in low light can be incredibly tricky, especially when you're going for that, specific effect. Those light flares, those light bursts, those starbursts, whatever you really want to call them.
I vote for starburst. Hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But delicious.
But regardless of what you want to call it, mastering your camera's f-stop is really the way to bring those bad boys out in your photos. Now keep in mind, our final product is actually a composite of 2 separate photos layered together in Photoshop.
But that is a whole other conversation for another time, not right now.
The settings you use to get those starbursts won't give you a crisp image of your subject. So you're going to have to take 2 separate photos using a tripod and be very careful not to move your camera during any of that process or it just won't work. For this video, we're going to focus on the settings used to obtain those delicious, crisp starbursts in the background photo.
Now, as Teresa said earlier, that f-stop is going to be your best friend when it comes to getting those starbursts. Not sponsored. Ideally, you want to use a high f-stop number, such as f16 to 18 or so. That's what's going to give you your small aperture, which allows for the light to really fracture as it goes through the hole. Also, the more blades that your camera has on the inside, the more actual streaks you're going to have in your starbursts.
Why are you like karate chopping me?
It's a streak.
That's true though. I mean, I get it. It's true, the science and all, but you don't have to karate chop me. Now, taking this at night, we had to compensate for that high f-stop by cranking up the shutter speed. Between 5 and 25 seconds was where we experimented. We actually ended up loving the results we got with a 5-second shutter speed. Now, keep in mind, with shutter speeds of that length, you really need to utilize either a remote for your camera or a
time delay setting on your camera.
That's what it's called, the timed delay setting on your camera. There's also apps you can use too, though. There's a lot of different there's a lot of different options depending upon your budget and what tools you have in your arsenal. We happen to really love our remote, but there have also been times that we've had to use the
time delay settings on the camera.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called. If you don't utilize that, if you don't use the time delay or a remote to avoid touching the camera, then the act of pressing that button will shake your camera just enough to cause motion blur, and you don't want that for this image.
All right, so that last important setting to keep in mind is that ISO. Now, because we're shooting at night, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I'll just crank that up to 1600, 3200, but no, don't do that. So to reduce that possibility of noise getting into your photos, keep your ISO low and be sure to shoot in RAW so that you've got the most range when it comes to editing.
That's key.
Super key. I'm hungry.
And sniffly and cold. I hope we got everything that we wanted. We really put a lot of thought into this tonight.
No, I think we got everything and more. That's a wrap.
You just said it and like didn't even give me a chance to maybe I had more input. He always gets to say that. He gets to call action. He gets to call it's a wrap.
Yep.
I never get to just decide.
Okay,
you know what? You know what? It's a wrap.
What she said. So, to sum up, in order to get those crispy starbursts, it's all about that f-stop.
When you dial in your settings, keep the aperture between f16, f18, your shutter speed. You know, we started ours at 5 and pushed all the way up to 25, but experiment. Don't take our word for it. Every situation is different. Keep your ISO low, 100 to 320, and always shoot in RAW. As Dustin said earlier, that's going to give you the most flexibility when you go to actually edit in Lightroom and Photoshop.
Well guys, there you have it. Epic nighttime starbursts.
That's right. And always remember that success happens when preparation meets opportunity. Because we took the time to really research what we wanted over the last few weeks and practice, we were able to take advantage of the beautiful Pacific Northwest clear night we were blessed with last night and actually make the shot finally happen. It took a few weeks, but I think we can safely say mission accomplished.
I think so, yes, mission accomplished. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below.
If you'd like to see more, let us know. Don't be shy, like, share, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys next time. Can we eat the starburst now?
Yeah, but only if I get the pink ones. I know there's more pink ones than that.
No.
I'll take a red one too. Oh look, there's one!
No!
Babe.
Fine, one more. Cut! That's almost a wrap.
Why can't I say cut?
Go ahead.
Cut.